Hello everyone, thanks for tuning into today's second video. We're doing JMA Friday for today's second video. So as always on a Friday, we're having a look at the weather for Mudhead with Japanese surface speed tomorrow. So I shall get on that for you in a moment. Just to say about the first video there was our 6 a.m. UK weather forecast. There's a 10 to 14 day on the way later on. And there's a channel member live stream at 6 p.m. this evening. If you're a channel member, check into your November channel member live stream. I shall see you later on that. And then going to be live at 10:30. So I've got 2 live streams to do tonight. Goodness gracious me, 10:30 with the first pub run live as well. Busy day for Gav today. And on top of all of that, Terry Scully's November forecast will be released on the GavsWeatherVids blog probably about 7:30 this evening, something like that, after the channel member live stream. So a really busy day today. Please like, share and subscribe on all of today's videos and content. Thank you so much everyone for doing that for Gavs or WeatherVids. Thank you so much everyone. Right, we're going to start off with the week 1 500 millibar height story from the Arctic and the North Pole view down. So from the JMA, this is the North Pole just here, got the wider Arctic circle around there, and then the middle latitudes are through here. So blues extrapolating to below average heights, which is low pressure, yellow, orange and red, to above average heights, which is high pressure. These are broken down to week periods. The first week period will take us from today, the 1st through to the 8th of November. So the next week is dominated by high pressure. We are high and dry for the first week of November here, with above average heights extending through northern and also western parts of Europe. Week 2 will be the 8th to 15th of November. Again, high pressures in control across much of northern and western Europe. We have got some lower pressure in the Atlantic. We're actually doing something a little bit like that. So perhaps a little bit more changeable in the far northwest, but most areas are still under that big area of high pressure. And then weeks 3 and 4 will be the 15th through to 29th of November, with perhaps a slightly more mobile type pattern. Low pressure in the North Atlantic towards Greenland and Iceland as well, and high pressure kind of slipping a bit further southward, still probably in control for much of the south of the country, but I think that could be reverting back to a little bit more of a westerly flow. It's still mild, but probably a bit more changeable, especially so in the north and the west. A slight, return of the westerlies there. Right, let's have a look at the tropical and mid-latitude view to confirm all of that. So we can't see Greenland, Iceland, Scandinavia, all those areas off chart up here. We're in the top right-hand corner of the chart as you're looking at it, though. And again, we see that for week 1, which is the 1st through to the 8th of November, we're dominated by high pressure. We're dominated by above average heights. Come over here also across much of the continent as well, much of Europe dominated by high pressure too. So it's a significantly mild average week to come, this first week of November. We're in those yellow to orange colours, 1 to 2 degrees above normal, so a very mild week on the way. And also a drier than average week as well. You expect that with such a big area of high pressure, so drier than normal conditions seen there. So mild and dry for week 1. Week 2 will be the 8th through to 15th of November. Again, high pressure is in control across the west of Europe once again. Again, it's another significantly mild average week. It must be a very mild first half to November, if that's right. Again, 1 to 2 degrees above average. And actually starts to turn a little bit more unsettled though. So rainfall slightly above average. Bit of a surprise there. Could be a transitional week maybe. And then weeks 3 and 4 will be the 15th to 29th of November. High pressure then generally to the south, lower pressure away to the north, and a reversion back to a little bit more of a westerly flow. Still above average with the temperatures for weeks 3 and 4 here. Second half of November shaping up to be very mild too. But we do see rainfall going above average. So gradually after a very dry start, there is a change to a more unsettled, wetter pattern as November goes along. But it does look like a very mild November, to say the least. Right, well, that's a JMA done. Let's have a look at CFSB2 in comparison. Again, these are 500 millibar height numbers, and I break it down into week periods. The first week period will take us from the 1st through to the 7th of November. So the next week, again, same as the JMA, dominated by high pressure. Perfect agreement there between the two models for week 1. And for week 2 as well, it's the 8th to 14th of November, with again high pressure over into the east country, low pressure out to the west. So once more, that looks mostly dry and potentially mild or even very mild conditions there. And then week 3 will be the 15th to 21st of November, as the high pressure slips southwards, lower pressure developing in the Atlantic and return back to more of the west or a southwesterly flow. So starting to turn slightly more changeable there for week 3. And then week 4, however, brings the high pressure back. It's the 22nd, 28th of November, and actually the high pressure builds back northwards again. And it's a very, very mild pattern, this winds coming up from the southwest all of the time. Those temperatures will be staying above normal, if that's right. Let's confirm that. Week 1, the 1st through to the 7th of November. Mild average week to come, 1 to 2 degrees above normal. And then week 2 is even milder, if anything. It's the 8th to 14th of November. And we're about 2 to 3 degrees above average then. Week 3 will be the 15th, 21st of November. Again, that one is above average as well. And week 4, rounding it all off, it's going to be the 22nd, 28th of November, and it's above average as well by about 1 to 2 degrees above normal. So a very, very, if not exceptionally mild November coming up. We might be challenging the mildest November on record with this. We'll have to wait and see. And then finally, precipitation for week 1, 1st to the 7th of November, significantly drier than normal. Week 2, it's the 8th to the 14th of November, wetter than average in the Atlantic, and perhaps beginning to get a little bit more unsettled into the UK and Ireland as well. And then week 3 will be the 15th, 21st of November. That one's slightly wetter than average, so definite change, something a bit more unsettled later on in the month. Week 4, though, 22nd, 28th of November, wetter than average to the north, drier than average down to the south of the country. So I think the story from JMA Friday this week is just what we're going to be in for a very, very mild, if not exceptionally mild November. And whilst it might start off dry, probably getting more changeable later on in the month. We'll see about that, I guess. Right, that's it for JMA Friday this week. Remember, just a snapshot what 2 models are showing. So it could look different when we do this again next week. And you're going to find out tomorrow at 10 a.m. what the ECM has got to say about all this. So we're going to do the ECM 42-day forecast for UK and Ireland about at 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. And you'll find out later on, I say, probably about 7:30 on the blog this evening, you'll find out then what Terry Scoling has got to say about November, because we'll be releasing Terry's November forecast on the GavsWeatherVids blog. This evening, blind, what a day, a busy day for Gav today. That's JMA Friday. We're going to be back shortly, a little bit later on, quite shortly, with your Take the 14 there, so come back for that in a bit. But for JMA Friday for this week, that's all for now, and thanks for watching.